Should we always listen to our conscience? That's the story I want to talk about. I want to wonder with you, the side of you, if our conscience is always right. So, as you noticed, there was a rise after the rise of religions. There is a rise now of self-improvement, spirituality taken in the very individualistic way, centered about one individual, yourself, most of the time, actually all the time, and telling you advice, even if they don't know you, and I don't know you neither. So most of the time people will use different stories from legends, from other religions themselves, like pagan stories or legends in general related to them, or also, of course, the monotheistic religions. If you want to go more exotic, you will go to Hinduism and sometimes some Buddhism. So, should we always listen to our conscience? I will go to the pop culture, the Pinocchio one, Jiminy Cricket, the one telling Pinocchio at least, us the liars, because we most of the time lie, or we pretend to tell the truth, which is another kind of lie. What is wrong? What is right? But then I'm like, what if we have a chimney cricket Hitler? Here we go. That's my painting of chimney cricket Hitler. And I'm like, oof, should I really listen to that? This is tyrannical. I'm like kind of scared of it. So I'm like, what do you want? And he's telling me, always do like this, do like that, do this, do that. That's it, because this is the right way. No question asked. So that's where you are in this dichotomy. Let me show you a bit better, because there is a side of the crucified laughing Buddha. This is my wall of provocations. The wall of provocations has the purpose to create some mindfucks. It's called a mind making love, to make you think or rethink something. So this one is combining the Buddhist philosophy, religion, like with the living in the moment part, like laughing Buddha is a good example, and with the Christian story, like Christianism, and saying life is suffering and all. So it's combining both, and it gives a very weird result, because he's still laughing even if he's crucified. Of course, it can't happen. You might think someone is crazy if he's laughing by being crucified, because it creates pain very much. I never experienced it, but I can guess it. And this is the strange combination between the East and the West in one painting. And the other is using the pop culture of Jiminy Cricket in the Walt Disney Pinocchio cartoon. We mixed, and actually it was the cartoon was in 1940. So it's ironical, but mixed with Adolf Hitler, one of the most famous dictators ever. And who became kind of the incarnation of evil, the Voldemort of our current era, for good reasons most of the time, I would say. Well, it's like, wow, nothing that revolutionary from me to say that Hitler was doing some bad things. It's quite childish almost to say it, because it's just so obvious. But mixing them together, Jiminy Cricket is normally their good advisor, the cute little cricket we should listen to. I mean, the story of Pinocchio, and making him like the dictator, like full of frustration, a frustrated tyrant. Is of course creating a strange effect. So of course, as you notice, paintings like that cannot be sold, because it's just unsellable. And the good parts, I'm not looking to sell them, because I don't want to do art in order to sell. It would be too boring, conventional, and I'm gonna just create in my mind, even if I say I don't want to create this, unconsciously or indirectly, I will just create some marketing strategies, segmenting the potential customers, trying to target them through Facebook ads, and telling them hello, 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 potential rich collectors, buy this painting, buy that painting, cool, money making. So then art becomes a business, and the mindset is just to do it in order to make money and not to do it according to expressing some ideas, even unpopular ones. So of course the conclusion is not to become a Hitler, to listen to any kind of inner Nazi you can have by meditating, but it's to bring us very dark contrast, almost counter-attack to all this wishy-washy, goody-goody self-improvement thing, just focusing on good relaxed vibes with like all the music going with it, and all these super conventional things that most people like repeat like parrots, and this guruification of society, mental health, well-being, all these problems one is created by himself actually. But like people, I was talking about painting according to a specific audience to make some money. It's the same thing with the preachers. They have they have to get these people, the desperate people, to have a marketplace where to preach these things, at least the lost people, the confused people, the everyone, you know, who will just be so desperate for listening to something. They have to get these people to keep preaching. If you're just perfectly fine, they're useless. And myself, because we all are like humans, sometimes you are in very good places, sometimes in bad places in your mind. You feel good, you feel bad. This is called life. You cannot feel good all the time. It would be almost boring. You should not feel bad all the time. It would be very depressing. But like if you're also into intellectualism, some philosophy, you think you're smart listening to complicated stories with complicated theories, human psychology. You go into the depth of like the eternal blah blah about how to solve problems that you actually created by yourself, and after you solve that problem another problem arises and everything, and you think it makes you deep, profound, because then you don't like just the silly people laughing for no reason. So of course we're gonna get exposed to such atmosphere of being goody-goody, everything should be positive, everything should be cute and good, and you should just focus on that. So the paradox with these paintings is to create like a dark counter-attack, as I just said, to this thinking. Because actually, I would ironically say, the more people tell you to be goody-goody, the more you may be tired to always listen to these things. Because what if you're listening to these things, it would almost make you feel that at the first place you were not that good, while actually you could have been good. But if you react with some negative emotions, which I want you to react with these negative emotions, then it's maybe a proof of some kind of sanity in you, that you just realize you're not feeling that fucked up in the end. You're kind of feeling good, you're not that wrong, and like stuff you're doing can be quite fine. And when you're like, yep, stop, it's going too far, or what is this, or how crazy you are, ironically, it's not to mirror your own craziness, it's actually to make you realize maybe you're not that crazy after all, maybe you're in a quite good place. So I'm taking this ironical burden on me to show you all of that, to make you react like through healthy negative emotions. Sometimes it's good, because the more positive it is, the more you may become rebellious against this very goody-goody vibes all the time that just don't exist in real life all the time, as much as negative only don't exist in real life all the time. The world is feeling it's quite good now. Like some places in the world, of course, are really, you know, like yes, of course it's fucked up, but like when you go out in the streets, you're not always exposed to all this negativity. Some people far away in America or in some hipster countries tell you how to feel like, and then you're like, why am I listening to these solutions to these problems? I'm actually actually, if I notice it, not having. So here you are, this is the dictator conscience that maybe you should not always listen to. And if you listen to, you're like, oh, looks like there is a strange soft dictatorship going on, based ironically on your own mind, to always have to change. Like, don't change the world, change yourself. What if you're just fine where you are already? It's kind of crazy, you always have to change. They don't even know you, so why am I listening to this? So just think about it. I don't know you neither. So this is my invitation to think through some images. I felt I would express it correctly, but of course I talk over it. I have my silly myself as a teacher to prove it anyway, and I will zoom on it, and then I will let you. And I wish you good things, of course, like proper human beings would do. Okay, here you go. Cheers, and I hope you're gonna be fine.